Hey guys, in today's lesson video, I want to talk about a very simple subject that most everyday golfers don't think about. Well, actually, they think of it as the total opposite. So what I want to get at is that if I show you this golf ball right here and see the club head right here, if you see a tour professional and have a slow motion video of their club head going through the golf ball, through the impact zone, you see a very steady club face and a club head that goes something like this. You don't see too much rate of closure with the club face, and you see a very quiet club face just going by this way. So what most everyday golfers have, their idea is that they want to have a very stable club face, very low rate of closure, and it sounds amazing. It sounds very good. Honestly, that's exactly what I want to do in my golf swing as well. But what happens with those type of golfers is that they get into a position where that their whole body's moving, and they don't create much club head speed, and they don't hit the golf ball as far as they want. So what I want to get at is that if you think about, so the myth I want to break is that if you try to have a very steady club face, you're probably hitting the golf ball with an open club face. The reason for that being is that if I grab the golf ball again, what happens when this golf ball and the club head collides with each other, it actually tends to open up the club face. So imagine this, if you're walking in an alleyway and you actually bump shoulders with someone, what happens? Your shoulder opens up. It's the same type of motion. When the club head naturally hits the golf ball, it wants to open up. So what happens is that if you think about having a very steady club head and you don't really do anything with the club face, you just kind of push it forward, it's going to naturally open up. So that's when kind of my ideas come into play. So I know a lot of people might disagree with this, but get on TrackMan or get on like a GC quad and try this out, and let's see where your face angle is at. So if the face angle shuts down too much, don't listen to me. And if you actually hit better golf shots and have that effortless distance, then we're onto something. So what I want to talk about is that if we feel like we're actually shutting down the club face through impact, and since we know that the club face naturally opens up when it makes contact with the golf ball, if we turn the golf club the other way, then in my opinion, that's when we get the look of a very steady club head. So make sure that when we release the golf club, we're actually shutting down the club face through impact. And if you have a slow motion video, we'll probably see a very steady club face. And hopefully that makes a lot of sense, because every single golfer on tour has some amount of supination, they have some amount of release, but it seems like they have a really good steady club face with a very low rate of closure. And that is true, but it's not by just having a steady club face, and it's not by not doing anything with your hands, because one of the greatest quotes I ever heard was by Jake Knapp.
I think the more you can learn how to trust your hands rather than not use them is really good. So
if you listen to that quote, what he says is that he'd rather have educated hands and use and trust his hands a lot rather than not doing anything with his hands. And I 100% agree with that. So what I will try to do is, with my driver, I will try to get my right shoulder to do two things in my setup. My right shoulder has to be lower than my left shoulder and slightly behind my left shoulder. From this position, I'm going to get into a big, good top of the backswing position. Then from this position, all I'm going to feel is my right palm kind of facing more towards the ground gradually, this motion right here. And hopefully I could feel like I'm shutting the club face throughout the impact zone. So from around waist high to waist high, it should feel like I'm continuously shutting down the face, and while my club face is shutting down, the golf ball is just in the way. So if I feel that motion, let's say I feel that motion and the golf ball goes straight, that's the end of the story. But for example, if the golf ball hooks off towards the left, we have to add one thing. Top of your backswing with a good setup position, top of your backswing, step into your lead foot, and then make that hard left turn with that release, and I guarantee we'll be in a really good position. So if you guys like the lesson video, please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. And for in-person or online lessons, I'll leave all the information in the description below. Today was a very simple lesson, but it was something that I really wanted to show you guys. And because so many golfers want a very stable club face, which is really what we want, and it sounds really good, but what actually happens with those type of golfers is that their club face opens up at impact once they make contact with the golf ball, and they lose a lot of distance. So try this out, and hopefully it helps you guys out. Let me actually hit one more. Let me try to hit one where I really extremely try to shut the club face down, And I guarantee you, it's not gonna go too much far off towards the left, and I'm gonna have a lot of distance. So this one, let me see how far it goes. Around 325.